Austin leaders are taking steps to preserve a piece of East Austin. Right now, there are plans to demolish a century-old property. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez talked to those who are trying to stop that from happening.
At the intersection of East 12th and Kamel Street sits this vacant building. For some, it's an eyesore. For others, it's history.
From its early associations with German immigrants and merchants to its later association with African-American businessmen.
The building was once a barbershop, a saloon, and much more. Last week, the Austin Historic Landmark Commission recommended it to become a landmark, a move the owners of the property rejected.
The history and the significance is kind of undeniable.
Megan King with Preservation Austin was one of many pushing against the demolition of the building that has stood tall for over 100 years.
This is a really important corner in East Austin that deserves careful attention. It shouldn't just be demolished for a vacant lot.
Representatives with Preservation Austin say there aren't many buildings that have been standing for over 100 years in this area. And although this property has been vacant for quite some time, they say there are historical benefits for keeping structures like these.
Preservation can be a really powerful tool for revitalization of a streetscape. It really just requires investment and someone to care.
However, Nick Sandlin, who is an engineer and represents the owners, feels demolition is the right move.
The building at 1500 12th Street presents too many safety hazards to remain, has far less historical value than the staff report indicates, and far more public benefits could be gained by enabling safe demolition.
The next step is for the case to be handed over to the Planning Commission and City Council, who will ultimately decide if this piece of East Austin will remain. In East Austin, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
Kelsey, thanks. Now, in their letter to the Historic Landmark Commission, the owners of the property didn't explain why they don't want it to become a historic landmark. We reached out for comment, but have not yet heard back.